Hello, all haters. Welcome to Morty's Diner, and tonight's episode is called Hello, All Haters, Part 3. And tonight's topics will include HobNobs, McVitties, Ritter chocolates, and Stollen. All right, and then the rest of the show will be about absolutely nothing. Oh man, what a day. Holy cow. I am tired. You know that Star Trek episode with the the traveling Shakespeare troupe, where the guy was Caridian, the guy who killed 10,000 people on a planet, and his crazy daughter who screwed everything up? And the girl goes, "Father, why? Why did you know?" And he says something like, "What does he do?" He goes, "Oh, no." He goes, he had a tremendous voice. He goes, "I am tired." That wasn't it. I am tired. Well, I don't have it, but that's how I feel. I was out all day. Anton Caridian, that was the guy's name, the Shakespearean actor with the hot daughter. And I am tired. Something like that. I need to see it again. I don't know. Oh, man, what a believable day. Well, we're here at the diner. I know, nobody cares. But what can I tell you? So we'll move on and do a show. I have a few stories. And then the rest of the show will go about 1 or 2 hours. And then after the introductory topics, there'll be nothing, just blank air, absolutely nothing at all. I'll put up the invite link if, for whatever reason, someone's interested in joining the panel. We can do that. Anybody can join the panel. Meaning, well, you know. Oh, shit, what did I do? I screwed it up. Oh, man, I'm too tired. Let me try it again. Gosh. Oh, man. Okay, there we go. And I don't know if I can do this. I'm really tired. Okay, so let's go ahead and give it a shot. And good evening, GD. Thank you very much. 100 pesos. Thank you for the channel support. Hello, Gampers. Thank you. And the link is up. Oh, look who's here. Toy Friends. Who is Toy Friends? He says, "Hi, Morty." I'm on the wrong page. He says, "Hi, Morty. I found a bombshell. Can you play a video starting at a certain time?" The answer is no. I got bamboozled into playing a video last night, and I only gave it 3 seconds before I regretted it. So, thank you for the interest, Toy Friends, but no. I bet you I know who Toy Friends is, but it's okay. Hey, good evening, Pavel. Thank you very much for the super chat, 199. Thank you very much. Toy friends, something was said on the morning show this morning. Well, toy friends, why not just tell us what was said? I don't want to play a clip. Or you can come on the panel and tell us what was said. Okay, so come on the panel, plan 1. Plan 2, just put in the chat what was said. But I'm not doing clips. Every time I've tried a clip, which is maybe 3 times, each time it's backfired on me, and I've regretted it. So... Well... I got my finger on the remove button, just in case. Okay, that's information for anybody who wants to see it, okay? So that's good. Very good. Okay, well, what does that have to do with us talking about chocolate and British cookies, biscuits? Well, we all know that. They're all wealthy. Yeah, fine. Good for him, you know. They're all millionaires. All these people are millionaires. Yeah, toy friends, thanks for sharing the information, but it's really, you know. Right, okay. Well, now this is interesting. I don't want to make this a luck show, okay? Pavel, we're in the... Well, isn't that interesting too? Right. Listen, here's my opinion, toy friends. Everything you hear on those channels is true. And everything you hear on those channels is not true. It's all true, and it's all bullshit. You decide. Thanks for being... Thanks for passing along the information, toy friends. To me, it doesn't matter if he's a millionaire or if he's a pauper looking for money, or if he's retired and a millionaire and wealthy. It doesn't matter to me at all. It means nothing to me. But there may be viewers in the community who find that tasty information. So thank you, toy friends. I think we know who toy friends is. But maybe not. All right, well, there was a tabloid update. Okay, well, there it is. If anybody wants it, there's the information. I don't even see the Archie Luxury channel. Where the hell is it? I'm not going to look for it because it doesn't matter. Okay, thanks for the information. Some of the viewers may appreciate it. And thank you again. Thanks for watching the channel. Thank you very much, toy friends. Anytime you'd like to hop on the panel, just hop on anytime you want. Yeah, Archie Luxury. Okay, we got it. Sit back, have some German chocolate, and let's get into tonight's show. And I'm going to give myself a thumbs up as we get started. Well, I went to the import food store today. I went out. I was out for 3 hours today walking around. My feet are killing me. Actually, they're not, but I thought I'd say that. And so I went over to the import food store because I wanted to see if they had any new items because the holiday season is coming soon, and I always like looking at the imported foods and delicacies, and of course marzipan. So I got a few pictures here. Why can't I bring these pictures up? Why is this so hard? There we go. So I did buy a few things. So what happened was I went to the store. It was a light crowd. It wasn't jam-packed. It was just an average crowd. So I picked up one of these, a Ritter Sport marzipan. This is a product of Germany. It's, all things considered, it's my go-to brand for quality chocolate. Hello, Bart. Tomorrow will be a great day. I'm going to sweep the dusty floor in the garage. Fantastic. Hello, Basils. So I grabbed one of these. All right. Then I looked at all the other Ritters that they had. They make a lot of variety, so I got this one. And then this is a brand new one. See, it says Neu. This is new. And it says Vanille. How the hell would you say that? Kipfel. And I had to use the translator. That means croissant. Vanilla croissant. Look at that. It's so interesting looking. It's brand new, but it's not here at the store, at the import store yet. And then up here, for all you German speakers, in my bad German, I'm going to say, ohne Zusatz von Aromen. Ohne Zusatz von Aromen. Ohne Zusatz von Aromen. That means without any added additional shit. Just pure quality ingredients. No additives and shit like that. So, and you can see it's a holiday festive package design. Oh, they got a merry-go-round here. Wow. But they didn't have it. It's too new to be here in Portland yet. But on the German page of stuff, it's available. But I'll look for it. It's a brand new flavor. So I got, I picked up one of these in my grubby hands. Then I picked up one of these. This is from Britain. McVitties digestives. I don't know why they call them digestives, but English people, I mean, I don't know what the hell language they're speaking over there, if you ask me. They come in milk chocolate and dark chocolate, and they're pretty good. It's like a cracker kind of cookie. I can't explain it. It's a cookie, but it's kind of like a biscuit cracker. It's strange. And it's got a thin dark chocolate coating on top. And they go really good with coffee or even a glass of milk or just nothing, So I picked up one of these. I buy these maybe once or twice a year, but it's coming to the holiday time, so I picked it up. And then I picked up one of these. This brand, this is imported from Germany. It's all imported stuff. Schlünder. Premium marzipan Stollen. Christmas cake. Gâteau de Noël. Christmas cake. I don't want to read the ingredients because it's probably a lot of artificial shit. Let's take a quick look here. Wheat flour, 24 raisins, sugar, palm fat, dextrose, glucose, almonds, rapeseed oil, orange peel, humectant, sorbitol, lemon peel, wheat starch, yeast, emulsifiers, mono and diglycerides of fatty acids, sodium stearol 2-lactylate, natural flavoring, salt, fully hydrogenated palm fat. Oh, I'm not going to eat this. I'm going to have to give it away to a homeless person. Hydrogenated shit. Oh, that's awful. Anyway, so I bought Stollen marzipan. I bought one of those. I bought a package of HobNobs, dark chocolate covered. And these are very, very similar, almost identical to the McVitties. I'm going to call them cookies, but they're not cookies, they're not crackers, they're not biscuits, they're a little different. But the difference between HobNobs and McVitties is, you see here, 45% oat and wholemeal. So I opened up this package. I bought these on the way home at a different store, and I'll tell you why. They didn't have the McVitties, and so I bought a small package of these. And these are heavier tasting, fuller, heavier taste, and that's because it's 45% oat and wholemeal. And yeah, they're very filling. I had 3, and I was like, oh. Okay, so at the import store, I picked up a package of HobNobs, the Christmas cake Stollen, the McVitties, and the Ritter marzipan. I also picked up a package of from Lübeck, Germany, chocolate-covered marzipan, which I bought last Christmas time. They're just extraordinary. So I went to the checkout line. There's like 5 employees all yakking their asses off by the front of the store, and there's one cashier who's busy with somebody. And I'm standing there, and I'm looking at, and there's people lining up behind me, 3 or 4 people lining up behind me. And I'm looking at the cashier like, fuck, come on. And he's got somebody he says, do you want to get a membership card? You can save 15%. She goes, oh, so now she's filling out the fucking membership card thing. And so I'm looking at the 5 saleswomen just yakking. I stood there for about 5 minutes. I said, I can't stand this. Fuck this. So I just left all the shit on one of the other counters and walked out. I said, fuck it. I mean, if that's how much they care about their customers, then fuck them. Okay. So then I left there. I went home. On the way home, there was another import store, which it mainly has Middle Eastern halal products, but they do have other import shit. So over there, they had the marzipan, so I bought that, the one in the picture here, and they didn't have the Stollen or McVitties, but they had the HobNobs right here, so I bought those 2 things. So I had 2 or 3 HobNobs tonight before the show, and they just fill you right up. They're heavy, I like the McVitties much better. And I had a small piece of the Ritter marzipan. Man, it's really, really good. But the dark chocolate with hazelnuts and raisins, is that what it is? Or the dark chocolate with hazelnuts, that's my favorite. It's incredible. But anyway, okay. Let's go back to the chat. And that covers my introductory topic. Whoo! GD, 100 pesos. Morty's got to buy his own marzipan because he ain't getting any from Germany. No, I don't think I've ever received a package from anyone from Germany. Not that I recall. But I know what you mean, and thank you for the channel donation. Oh, they also had a whole bunch of advent calendars on display with chocolates and tea bags and little teeny wine bottles and, all kinds of promotional brands like SpongeBob and Hello Kitty, and all that stuff. But anyway, Blaine, hello there. German economy can use all the help you can give it. There is one German product I use exclusively. Really? What is that? An Heckler and Koch 45 caliber? Yeah, no additives, no added flavor, something like that. Yeah, rapeseed is, hey, Dr. Bob, rapeseed oil is canola oil. The ingredients were acceptable on that cake, except it has the hydrogenated fuck fats, and that's just deadly to eat that shit. I'll take one bite and throw it out just to see how it tastes. But maybe I'll give it to a cat that hangs around outside to see if he wants it. Yeah, McVitties, for me, I like the McVitties better than the HobNobs. This reminds you of Grobnob, really? Wow. Oh, well, I like, the imported things. I like to see what they have there. I don't like Milka chocolate products. Those are from Poland, I think. I'm not anti-Poland, but they're inferior chocolates. Lux loves Milka brand. I just don't like it at all. Ritter is the way to go. And Lubeck chocolate-coated marzipan. I mean, you just can't beat that stuff. All right. Well, that's the whole show. I went to Red Robin today for the first time in like 3 years, maybe. Maybe since the shutdown 4.5 years ago. Because the import store is right next to there. And I got their Red Robin, the cheeseburger, whatever it's called, with a side of broccoli and an iced tea. And, there was a kid sitting at the table, little 7-year-old kid with his grandmother at the table next to me, right behind me. And, which I didn't mind when I sat down, but I can hear them yakking. The grandmother's talking like, dude, do you like to do this? Do you really like that? Oh, you know what they're doing? And she's like, oh, shut the fuck up, leave the kid alone. Stop. Give him some peace and quiet. Anyway, turns out it's the kid's birthday. And I'm like, oh, shit. So the waitress says to the grandma, you want us to come over and sing happy birthday? And she goes, oh, yes. So the waitress goes, okay, I'll round up the staff. I said, oh, no, fuck. No, don't stand next to me all singing fucking happy birthday. No, fuck. So, 4 or 5 of the waitresses came over, right behind me at the other table. And they didn't sing happy birthday like happy birthday to you. They had their own Red Robin version of happy birthday. That it's a store because they don't sing the actual happy birthday song. They have it's like in Seinfeld. Get well soon. We want you to get well. They have their own Red Robin happy birthday song they sing. Oh, it's fucking, oh, shit. I guess that's one benefit of living at the Villages. They don't have little 7-year-old kids having a birthday party, at the Red Robin. People and the waitresses singing to them. Fuck. You should have told me it was your birthday, too. Well, yeah, well, nah. I didn't go on, when it's your birthday, you get a free meal at Red Robin. If you belong to their, their rewards club card or whatever it's called, I don't know, which I joined like 10, 15 years ago. And I didn't go anywhere. I didn't go there for my birthday this year. So I missed the free meal, but I was occupied, I think, with something. I don't know. Blaine, I recommend Eheim products without hesitation, reservation, or trepidation. I've never heard of that brand. Let me look it up. Okay, let's see what this is. It's aquarium products. I don't have an aquarium. Eheim. Only Eheim. History of Eheim Company. Based in Stuttgart. one of the top 3 European brands in aquatics, aquariums, toys for aquariums, and supplies. Well, I have no need to shop there, but thanks for that information. Very good. Hey, Jimmy, Morty, you seem wise to all things chocolate. Please give me your thoughts on Lindt products, yay or nay. Well, it's just my own opinion, okay? Lindt is a major worldwide brand. A lot of people love Lindt. I don't like Lindt products at all, and I'll tell you why. One, they're overpriced, my opinion. And two, when you open up, if it's a chocolate bar style, when you open up the wrapper, it's like oily inside. It's like oils, inside the wrapper, which are all natural from something, and the chocolate flavor of Lindt just doesn't do it for me. I'm not dissing the product at all. People like it. It's a quality brand, but I go with Ritter, man. There's no comparison for me, but very good question. Thank you, Jimmy. Never too late to get an aquarium. They're very relaxing. Better than staring at YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was a fair assessment. Sure. Okay. Well, it's like if you asked me, Morty, what do you think? Should I get a Ferrari or a Honda Accord? I say, well, I have zero interest in getting a Ferrari, but obviously it's a fantastic, desirable car. But I'm not going to get one. I'd rather get a Honda Accord. But if you want to get one, by all means, get one. It's the same idea. Getting an aquarium. Well, I guess that would be affordable, but I've never thought about getting an aquarium. You just sit there and look at the fish? Not a chance. Morty is cleaning the feces of pet fish. Is there feces in a fish tank? I guess you have to clean it out sometimes. Blaine, Morty, have you ever been to Leavenworth, Washington State? It's a beautiful drive from Seattle. No, I know where it is. I've never been there. I never went. If I'm thinking of the right place, it's a big Christmas time. It's a small town, about east or whatever of Seattle, and the whole place is decorated up with Christmas street decorations and I watched a video about it on YouTube. Somebody did, and that's good enough. So no, I never went there. It's like in California, Solvang, if I'm remembering right. Solvang is near Ojai, the northeast, whatever, of LA, and the whole town is a Danish town, Solvang. It's all decorated in Danish style buildings and Danish bakeries and Danish this, Danish that. And that would be very nice to go to, but I never went there. In fact, I did see Huell Hauser did an episode on Solvang. I remember that from a long time ago. Dr. Bob, yeah, the feces filter in a fish tank is disgusting. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, okay. If you are into low maintenance, you could opt for a plants-only aquarium. For example, a Dutch aquarium. I've never heard the phrase a Dutch aquarium. Can I put a dike in it? For decoration? Maybe. I don't know what a Dutch aquarium is, but interesting. Okay. You have aquarium knowledge, Blaine. All right. Let's change the picture. We don't want to just keep staring at the same one. Yeah, this is a good picture. Yeah, this product, McVitties, they sell them also at regular supermarkets. If they have any small import section, even Safeway or something. I've seen these. Pick up a package because they're pretty good. They're good for kids. Good for you. Good for, what was that? In Full Metal Jacket? Good for me. Good for you. Eskimo pussies. It's mighty good. It's good for me. It's good for you. Whatever. One of the cadences. Yeah. Yeah, you put a very small Dutch dike in there, and right. You know, one of the impressive things about Full Metal Jacket and Lee Ermey, who played the sergeant. That's it. That was it, Jimmy. Good. Real good. Good for me. Good for you. Is he could do all the exercises and the running that all the recruits had to do, which is what a drill sergeant has to do. You know, he has to be able to do everything he's teaching, and he was no faker, no poseur. He was doing everything. He could do everything they could do that he was teaching. You know, or requiring. So, yeah, amazing. Good, real good. Good for me. Good for you. Whatever. Yeah, no, I was never a Marine. But anyway. All right, got 11 viewers. We're doing it. Invite link is up. If anybody, it's pinned to the top. If anybody wants to come on, but I'm totally out of energy, totally out of steam. I think I've covered everything. And but that won't stop me from just talking about nothing. I'm gonna guess there are a couple lurkers in the audience, as usual. Well, that seems to be, you can't prevent the lurkers, And, Mama and Papa were laying in bed. Mama rolled over. This is what she said. Give me some. What was that? Give me some. Yeah, I don't remember what that was. Yeah, Marine drilling. I watched a lot of Marine recruit videos, boot camp videos. They're all over YouTube. And some of them are official Marine Corps videos that they, release. And some of them they get permission from journalists or whatever to film. From when the bus first rolls up to the recruit depot, to the orientation, whatever it's called, and on through the training. It's unbelievable. But you hear those the cadences that the drill instructor, shouts out to the guys marching, and some of them it sounds like they sing them. They have like a singing voice. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah. Wow. Doctor, I got a big meatloaf in the oven. Secret recipe. Wow, it sounds great. Well, it's a secret recipe, so I won't ask you the recipe, but wow, it sounds great. You make a homemade meatloaf. Wow. I've never made a homemade meatloaf. And I won't ask you any questions about the recipe because it's a secret, so... Yeah, wow. There's only one form of life lower than a Marine Corps recruit. You ever hear Obama back in his first term, the idiot Obama? He called, he was talking about Marine corpsmen. He says, the corpsmen are a vital part of the Marines, corpsmen. What an imbecile. Obama is really, I hope Tulsi Gabbard discovered all the evidence, all the documents from him, circulated to all his cronies and henchmen. He was the guy behind the entire Russia hoax. It's all, Tulsi Gabbard has all the documentation. Hundreds of pages, all signed by him and issued by him to his underlings to carry out. This guy's absolute treason. You know what the penalty for treason is? And they just got to go after this guy. I mean, this case is open and shut. It's just open and shut. There's just hundreds of pages of documents signed by him and issued by him and stamped by him and the whole gang. You know, it's like the whole Hitler gang. You got to just round them all up. Goebbels and, Hess. I'm blank. Who's the other guys? Who's the fat fucking pilot guy with the blue suit? Can't think. I'm blank. The World War I pilot fighter ace who became the vice Führer, and he was a metrosexual kind of guy with the powder blue suits and the bejeweled medals and all that stuff. What the hell's his name? Goring. Yeah. All these guys, round up all of them, Stryker. Same thing with, same thing with Obama. You round up Biden, Pelosi, the entire, everybody. Well, what can I say? I don't know why people say that. Most Marines do not consider the Air Force part of the military. I just don't understand that. Of course the Air Force is military. Why? Because a lot of them sit behind computers and offices and have other kinds of jobs. When they're doing a B-52 strike, that means that's not military enough, Well, that may be so, but have you seen recent Air Force videos about how they've lowered the standard? Well, this is during the Biden years, how they lowered the standards for basic recruit training for the Air Force. It's unbelievable. Yeah, well, anyway, I'm sure that's all changed with Pete Hegseth and Trump. So. Oh, this will put me to sleep. This is good. Okay. Although when I was in, the U.S. Navy had the fattest service members. Really? Wow. I watch a lot of videos about recruit basic training stuff, and there are so many soldiers and seaman recruits, and even active duty. I mean, not even in boot camp, but already on the job. They're fucking overweight and fat. And Pete Hegseth talked about this in his speech at the Pentagon a week or two ago. He's demanding everyone from private and seaman to general, admiral meets physical standards, or they'll be ejected. Fantastic. You look at the North Koreans, they're solid muscle, 140 pounds, 5'7" of pure muscle. The Chinese, same thing, and and then here you got the U.S. military, fat, they thems with makeup and nose rings, and I mean it's unbelievable, But anyway, it's all being changed. Anyway. Did you hear that Trump said about a week or two ago? he was mentioning something about the Space Force, and he said, which Trump created, and he said Biden tried to dismantle it and just deactivate the whole Space Force, which of course was Obama, because Obama just admitted he was behind the scenes running the presidency. I mean, the clip is out there. He just said it, which we all knew anyway. So he was a third-term president. Everybody knows this. Everybody knew it at the time. I mean, the treason is just unbelievable. But, if you're a Democrat, all you watch is MSNBC and CNN, so you have no idea what's going on. So you just keep thinking what you're thinking. Whatever they feed you is what you know. Right. So I don't want to mislead anybody. There's absolutely nothing going on tonight. Nothing. Nothing. I can't even think of anything. So I'm just going to be here if anybody wants to introduce a topic or come on and spread some hate or lies, viscountness. It's okay. What I'm saying is you could leave for an hour and come back and you won't have missed a thing. Even though that's true every show, but I walked past a Tumi, Tumi. I walked past a Tumi store, looked in the window. There were two salespeople, very attractive woman, very, very nicely, conservatively dressed, very nice. And the other salesperson was a they, them. I couldn't tell if it was actually a male or a female, so we'll just say it was they, them, prancing around the store, helping some customer with a backpack or something. I couldn't even look at the person. I couldn't. I mean, it was just like, I wanted to go in the store and look around, but I couldn't do it. I mean, and I felt very bad for the other sales lady because she stuck with that they, them, 8 hours a day. I mean, she must be suffering. And I think a lot of people won't go into that store. Like I didn't go in because they don't want to deal with that they, them sales, they, them. They want a salesman or a saleswoman, not a sales, they, them. Oh, it's just incredible. Hey, good evening, 90 Knots. You could put on an inflatable frog costume and troll ice. Yeah, I certainly could. And, I don't even know where the ice facility is. I have to Google map that and see where exactly in Portland it is. In the daytime, apparently, it's safe enough. All the, bad stuff happens in the evening. But I guess I could go down there sometime. I'll have to look up to see where it is. Yeah. Hey, 1U, how you doing? Wow, Tommy, how are you? Mortimer, I developed an incredible real estate formula. Peppy, right. You want to come on in the panel and tell us about your incredible real estate formula? Or are you going to keep that exclusive to one of those other channels, which is your choice? What is the incredible formula? If you have a lot of money, you can buy a lot of real estate. Is that the formula? Blaine, have you seen the videos of all the Portlanders wearing inflatable costumes, dancing and trolling ice? Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. There are frogs, unicorns, chickens, pigs, unicorn. Yeah, I would go as Tinky Winky, the Teletubby, or forgot that character again, Shaggy the dog. A dog character from Scooby Doo. I would go in a Scooby Doo or a Tinky Winky costume. Tinky Winky's better because he's purple, which is, according to Jerry Falwell, the gay color, and he carries a handbag. So that would give me maximum safety if I was carrying the handbag, you know. Good, Blaine, right. Tommy, I need to conduct some real-world tests before I can promo it on the Mortimer platform. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Right, just frog costumes in general. Right. What about a leprechaun costume? That would work. Though it's not St. Patrick's Day season at all. But a leprechaun costume's always good. How about Nopey? Well, I remember Gumby. I don't remember Nopey. But it's coming up to the season, so how about a Santa Claus costume? Are they going to arrest Santa Claus? That would get on the TV news. So Tommy's working on an incredible real estate formula. Okay, well, sounds good. You can reveal that on any channel of your own choosing. Doc's report would find that very interesting as well, because he's an EDMM. MMM. Correct, exactly. I bet you Santa Claus would get attacked. Because, the Christmas tree they have in Pioneer Square, which is downtown, they don't call it a Christmas tree. There's not one sign of Christmas, nothing. They call it I couldn't believe this when I saw it some years ago. They call it the Be Joy, Bejoy, the Be Joy tree. There's no Santa Claus decorations. There's no Jesus anything. No reindeer. No music, no outdoor music playing on a recording. It's the Be Joy tree. Tree which has nothing to do with Christmas, but they put it out at Christmas time. It's unbelievable. It's like a Kwanzaa, Tommy Mortimer, thoughts on the Glaçut Original CQ Pano de... Well, I know the CQ. I mean, they're terrific. I like Glaçut Original. I've mentioned it years and years ago before other people were talking about it. It's absolutely true. They have a watch called the Navigator. Is that what it is? I can't remember, but yeah, I talked about that. Nobody else talked about Glaçut Original. Those other, YouTube gurus, they always said, it's a second-rate, it's a third-rate Longa Unzuna. And if you can't afford a Longa, then you get a Glaçut Original, which is just stupid bullshit. Tommy says, I think the CQ is the best diver. Well, you might be right. Higgins knows all about it. I think Higgins has a CQ. When he was on one of the shows, I think he was wearing one. And if it gets the Higgins stamp of approval, then that's all you need to know. Yeah. It's a perfect match for a $2,500 pillow. You're lying down in bed with a $15,000 blanket and a $2,500 pillow, and you got the Glaçut Original CQ on your wrist, and your $500 cotton briefs and T-shirt. Importers from Switzerland, you got it made. Yeah, it's very nice. Very, very, very legible. Got the large date, if I recall. It's terrific. Glasuta Original has a line of hand-painted enamel dials, which are very beautiful. It's from Dresden. There's an enamel place there that's been there forever called Meisen, Meisen. Their logo is like two crossed swords, if I remember, something like that. Meisen, and they use that enamel on their watches, and those are great, really great. Better than a Rolex anytime. You could also go for an evening naked bike ride, dressed as Tinky Winky. Wow. Okay. Snoop Dogg was riding his bicycle, letting it all hang out. Yeah, that would go over well. Man, eating marzipan at the same time. Anybody out there ever have one of these premier marzipan Stollen Christmas cakes imported from Germany? Any of you people? Does a three-piece collection of a GMT BLNR, that's a Batman, does a three-piece collection of a GMT Batman Jubilee, blue dial, CQ pano date on bracelet, and a white dial Panomatic lunar on the black alligator get the coveted Mortimer stamp of... My opinion is get whatever you want. I mean, I don't approve anybody's watch collection. If you like it, you buy it. Anybody who buys a Squale is an idiot, you know. But you get any watch you want if you like it. Why do people always... They're always seeking everyone else's approval. Oh, no, don't get that one. Oh, no, you fucked up. Don't get that. Unbelievable. Get whatever watch you like. I don't know what that comment means, Spring. What does that mean? Steal something? I don't know what that means, Spring. Oh, I see. Okay, not everyone's yeah, of course it's a terrific collection. Yeah. I'd get rid of the crappy Rolex because everyone's got a Rolex. So why is it such a big deal if they make 1 million watches a year and everyone's got one? Super good choice on the Glasuta. You got two of those, and yeah, great. I guess you need a Rolex because you want one. So yeah, terrific. Yeah. But if you asked Archie, he'd say keep the Rolex and sell those two Glasuta shitters, and get a Patek. Oh, biblical humor from Spring. I see. I still don't get it, but okay. I have no opinion. It's a German watch, and it's good. That's the opinion. If you like it, get one. If anybody wants to buy me one, I'll take it. I'll sell it because I don't need it, but I'd like the Zin 104 with the numerals, not the baton markers. Black dial, black leather strap. Yeah, ship one my way. I'll sell it right away. Thank you for thinking of me. Zin's a good watch. I hate the name, Zin. It's awful for a brand name, but I guess. What do you mean, those people? What does that mean? I showed a Zin watch last week. It's a black mother of pearl dial. I don't remember the number of it, but it's very, very nice. Something different than a Rolex. Yeah, sure. Why not? How far deep under the water are you talking about? You know, there's a gas station. This came out on one of these shows a day or two ago. There's a big gas station chain in many states like Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Virginia, uh, that region, very much like Wawa. It's called Sheetz. 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 Unbelievable. Who comes up with these names? If you like your watch, you can keep your Zen watch. Yeah, that's exactly right. If you like your Zen, you can keep your Zen. Even if you're a trader, like Obama. Yeah. Tommy, I had Wawa today. It's not the Wawa of 10 years ago. Really? I've never been to a Wawa. I've never seen a Wawa. I've only seen it on TV. Mortimer, was peak humanity 2008, 2012? What does that question mean? What do you mean? Why don't you come on the panel? Why don't you send me $500 Cash App? Why don't you buy me a Zen watch? Why do you sponsor my trip to New York? Yeah, whatever. I don't know. Can you elaborate on the question? I'll be happy to answer it. When I was a kid, we used to ask our moms for Wawa when we were thirsty. I get it. Put the Wawa pedal to the metal, right? Germans would say, how do you say, I don't know, whatever. Do you think that life had a certain feeling, 2008 to 2012, that can never be replicated and won't be bested? What would be bested from 2008 to 2012? What do you mean? What would be bested? That was the Obama years. I mean, when he sent billions of dollars in suitcases overnight in cash to Iran? Is that what you're talking about? That period of time? When he was spying on every American like never before, putting billions of dollars into the NSA when he was wiretapping Trump's phone and home and office, when he was doing Fast and Furious, Operation Fast and Furious. Is that what you're talking about? Iran deal was 2015. All right, well, who was there 28? That was Obama, right? Whatever. 2008 to 12 was when house prices collapsed and when we went much further into debt to pay the banksters. One of the peaks of America was the late 1800s and also the 1950s. It was extraordinary, extraordinary time. 96 was a good year, but that was another century. Right, right. The president was irrelevant to the zeitgeist and feeling. What are you talking about? Obama, the whole country. You're wrong, Tommy. I disagree completely. Not only do I disagree, but you're also wrong. I'll tell you a great year. 1950, a great year, 1955, 56, 57. You got the beginning of rock and roll. Everyone's buying a house. Cars are all made in Detroit. You got Howdy Doody on TV. You know, Dragnet, old black and white drag. Things were great. You know, Lassie. Good movies. No Matt Damon or George Clooney. Things were great then. Men were men, women were women. Nobody wore a nose ring, a bovine nose ring, or those earlobe extender things, you know. No one had nails sticking in their forehead and, you know, body piercings. And prisoners, you know, had their shirts all tucked in the prisons, like in the movies back then, you know. Mortimer, your direct life in 2016 was no different than it was in 2008, regardless of president. That's not true. That's not true at all. The news is reporting things that will never impact you directly. That's not true. My comment is about your direct life. Well, yes, I understand. It's not. You're incorrect. Trump being president directly impacts my life on a daily basis. Obama and Biden being president directly impact my life on a daily basis. These things are fact. Absolutely true. Well, whatever. Jerry Mahoney or Knucklehead Smith. I used to watch that. Was Paul Winchell was a ventriloquist at that time. He was on New York TV. He might have been a national TV show. And he had two what do you call them? Ventriloquist dummies. And yeah, he was big back then. Not in terms of what I'm talking about. Well, then I'm not getting your point. Come on to panel, spread some money around, share the wealth like Obama, and let's discuss it, or not. You know, whatever. It's okay. '79 was your favorite year. All right, what happened in '79? Let's think back. Where the hell was I in '79? Right, okay. Yeah, I remember. I had '79 was good for me. Things were really good. Yeah. Mm. Mortimer, describe yourself with 3 adjectives. You want me to answer that question for free? Are you kidding me? Is Tommy one of those guys who doesn't have to suffer the consequences of his ideology? Ah, interesting question. Okay, we got a follow up. What's so great about '79 Springfield? Was that when you bought your first record album from the Little River Band, or your first 8-track from Casey and the Sunshine Band? Was that it? Uh-oh. Interesting. Boy, this is one hell of a depressing show, but I'm going to keep it going. Pavel, 199. GD, 100 pesos. GD, 100 pesos. Wow. Thanks to the donors, but tonight's a tough one. Hey, we have a guest backstage. Interesting, you'd comment on something you don't want to know. Don't know, don't need to know. Wow, okay. Very good. Let's bring on a guest. Hello, Spring and Fialta.
Hey, Morty.
How are you today?
Doing okay. How you doing?
I'm really tired. Did a lot of walking today.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I guess today was okay. Yeah.
I need to do more walking.
Right.
You missed my comment about Obama, or maybe you didn't want to read it. But
No. Let me scroll back. I must have missed it. There's Tommy's comment. Okay. Knucklehead Smith comment. Okay. I missed it. I don't see it.
it's a long comment right before Tommy's long Mortimer comment.
2008 to 12 was when housing prices collapsed.
No, the one he said, Mortimer, you're.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, I missed it. Sorry. Obama is hated by everyone who listens to the news. The right hates him for his race baiting. The left hates him for all the drone bombings. Well, they don't know about the drone bombings, how many children he's killed. They have no idea. They
do.
watch. They watch MSNBC. They have no idea about the drone bombings.
I'm not talking about people like people on the mild left, the center left. I'm talking about the real lefties. The guys who are socialists or.
They don't know about Obama's and his drone bombing.
Yeah, they hate him. They hate Obama. They absolutely despise him. Really? Yeah,
and everyone hates him for Obamacare. Well, there are some idiots out there who think Obamacare was good. Remember Joe Biden, when he was caught on camera when they announced it, he turned to Obama and said, "This is one big fucking deal." He said, "Yeah, this is really a big fucking deal." Yeah.
I think Obama wrote in there that Biden got free ice cream.
Probably. Well, that was the toughest question the reporters ever asked him. What flavor did you get, Mr. President? Chocolate chip. Yeah. Incredible.
Now, if you listen to Fox or CNN or one of those NBC, ABC, CBS, you're not listening to the news.
You're not getting. Well, Fox. I don't know why Fox gets so put down. They have good stuff.
No,
if you take out the commentators and the morning bullshit type show, and they have good coverage.
They're basically PR for who's ever in the White House. So it's the left and right. They call the Overton window. It's what you're allowed to think or talk about. Fox is on the right edge, and the CNN's on the left edge, and anything beyond that, you're not really supposed to be discussing. So,
well, I watch Fox on occasion for news clips of something going on, but I watch tons of lots of other stuff too, which, yeah. So.
There's a lot of really intelligent people on YouTube that have they have their own shows or they invite guests, people that used to be ambassadors or CIA or military, people who have experience, people who've been out there doing things. And their opinions on what's going on in the world are completely different than what you'll hear on any of the major.
That's correct. Well, they're not being sponsored by pharmaceutical companies and automotive companies and food companies. So they don't have to be careful what they say, or they get uninvited. Never come back.
Not all whack jobs. I mean, some of these people, obviously, you go to YouTube long enough, you get the UFO videos and the flat Earth and all the other crazy stuff. But these guys are legit. I mean, they have decades or more of experience in various fields, and they know what and they speak, and you can listen to their opinions, because they don't just blurt out something in like a 20-second splurt. They go through their whole argument, and sometimes it's kind of weird. The host will let them speak for like 10 or 20 minutes, and you can listen and say, well, this guy's full of shit, or this guy knows what he's talking about. So
I watch Sky News Australia quite a bit. Usually every day I watch some stuff, and their analysts are very good, and some of their female news presenters are absolutely stunning. They're better than Fox News media ladies.
There's the
Uh,
one brunette who's real snarky. I kind of like her, like a sense of humor and everything.
oh,
But
the Iranian one.
I
Forgot
don't know
her
if
name.
yeah,
Rita Panahi.
I don't know if she's Iranian, but
Oh yeah, she's Iranian. If that's what you're
okay,
thinking of.
but
She does a show called Lefties Losing It.
probably yeah. But
Yeah. Oh, they have some really incredibly good. I mean, photogenic female newscasters there or announcers.
it's interesting that Sky News in Australia is more like Fox, and then Sky News in Britain is more like CNN. It's kind of interesting that they would.
Yeah, they have what's that lady's name? Megan Kelly. Sometimes she's invited by satellite, to be on uh, Fox on Sky News Australia. But I don't know. I have never looked into. Is there a relationship between Sky News Australia and Fox News? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, well, I don't know about that, but I'm just thinking the Sky News. I don't know if there's any other worldwide state, like what do you call it, news source that has two branches that are so different. You know,
Hmm.
all the branches are left wing, or all the branches are right wing, or all of them trying to be somewhere in the middle.
Hmm.
But that's kind of a unique thing. Megan Kelly has her own show,
Right.
so I guess, but all those people get like Tucker gets invited on all the shows, and all those
Right.
people get invited on all
Right.
the shows. So
Yeah. If Tommy was a featured commentator on Fox News, let's say they gave him a 5-minute segment 5 nights a week, would you watch him?
well, it's interesting. I'd like to. All he gets is little blurbs on here because if your comment is too long, it gets
Well,
posted.
like Eric Severide, you give him 5 minutes at the end of the news.
Well, I don't know what I to some extent I know one of the things he's trying to say is that whoever is the president really doesn't affect us. Now we're fortunate enough to be in the United States where um, if you happen to live in a decent part of town in some city, you and your house hasn't been burglarized yet, and you
Hmm.
haven't had to worry about the riots coming by and burning your car and stuff,
Hmm.
then you're relatively isolated. And yeah, it gets affected by inflation, and if your taxes go up or down or whatever, or your house
Well,
price goes
Tommy is immune to all of those things because he probably drives a Bentley or a Porsche, and well, probably a Porsche. And whether the gas is $4 a gallon or $8, it doesn't matter to him. It does. It just gives the credit card and pays, charges it up. It doesn't matter.
I mean, for me, I'm
So
doing pretty well
he
financially,
probably lives on a big mansion, big estate with servants. So
but
yeah.
if things get bad, I can just eat more meals at home. But there are people that already are eating all their meals at home, and they're strapped for cash. So I have to be careful and say, oh, just stop eating out. But a lot of people, they stopped eating out a while ago, and they're still having
Right.
trouble. So, it depends
Right.
if you're in the on the food chain there. So
Exactly. Soon, well, soon enough, humans will be in the food chain, like Soylent Green.
well, yeah, we now know that there's a demographic collapse on the way, and that if anything, we're getting close to where the max population is, and it's going to go down from here. And the problem's not going to be too many people; it's going to be too many old people and not enough young people to wipe their butts, while they're in.
Can you imagine Soylent Green? You're sitting outside eating some Soylent Green wafers, cookies, and you say to the guy next to you, "Hey, haven't seen Tommy around a long time. You know where he's been?" As you're chomping away on the Soylent Green cracker, that's where Tommy is, and wherever people that you used to know, they're now cookies. Well, anyway,
Well, I know the vegans would be upset if they found out that Soylent Green was
right. Now here's a question: if you found out, let's say we're all eating Soylent Green like in the movie, and it's they protect that secret, they'll kill people to protect the secret, and you found out what it is, it's people. Would you stop eating it? Would you kill yourself? Would you jump off a 5-foot bridge? What would you do, or would you just go ahead and eat it?
There was still Soylent Orange and Soylent. There was different colored stuff. People just liked the green because it tasted better.
Ah.
So they say well, I heard the cannibals' name in, I guess, whatever their language is for human is long pig, because they say humans taste like pork.
Oh, really? Wow.
So that's their term. So And for those of us that do like pork, it is juicy. You know, if it's cooked properly, it can be one of the
Oh
most
yeah,
tasty
yeah. I mean,
meats.
I don't deny that. Sure. There it is. Soylent Green is McVitties' secret ingredients. Holy shit. Mortimer, do you know who Fuentes is? I know Tito Fuentes. Who are you referring to? I don't know. Right at this moment, I can't place who Fuentes
He's
is.
talking about Nick Fuentes, who's
Arturo Fuente makes great cigars.
no, he's talking about Nick Fuentes.
Who is that?
He's a streamer. He has a show on Rumble. He's on the right.
Okay, I don't know him.
He has a lot of. He's a young guy. He's like in his mid-20s or something. He got into some trouble a while ago, but he's all of a sudden he's on the rise.
Okay, if I've seen
Popularity.
him, and I may have, but now I don't know who he is. I don't know that I've seen him because I don't recall the guy. If I
You're
saw a
supposed.
picture of him, maybe I would say I don't know. Yeah.
If you listen to CNN or Fox, you're supposed to hate his guts.
Ah, I see. Okay.
So that's
Hello, Jay Gray, coveting his last bottle of Crown Royal before it's gone
Oh,
completely.
I forgot my whiskey tonight. So.
Yeah, Tom, did you see the Google search spikes for things in Utah just before the?
Yeah. Well, you know, the thing about those kind of things, there's a lot of conspiracy theories, but I was a long time hope that Hillary might eventually go to jail, if not for what happened in Whitewater. You know,
Right.
the real estate deal that was very
Mhm.
the thing. You know, for some of the stuff that
All the
happened,
Haitian money she stole,
or
embezzled.
Vince Foster, etc. But
Sure.
anyway, the fact that she's still walking in, in the free world.
Mhm.
I'm not going to get my hopes up for anything. I'm not going to get my hopes up for Epstein or for Charlie Kirk or for
Mhm.
what really happened with the two attempted assassinations of Trump or any of that stuff, because if the CIA wants it hidden, it's going to stay hidden. You know, that's just
Mhm.
going to happen. So
Mhm.
if they know, I mean, because the thing is, the CIA, even if they had nothing to do with it, if they're supposed to be so good at spying and getting, they should know who did do it, and they should make it clear to us. They should just put this out and say, look, we're not supposed to, but we're basically listening to all your phone calls, and we got all these phone calls where this Tyler guy was
Mhm.
scheming with his friends, and he was planning on doing this. We didn't listen to them, of course, because we're getting millions of phone calls that we're recording every day, and we just had to go look at it after the fact. But
Mhm.
you see here, this proves that he was the one. It wasn't somebody else. It wasn't some shooter
Well,
in the
she was
back or
involved in
whatever.
everything, and Comey, was completely involved with her, in the cover-ups. And now Tommy says, with control of the Department of Justice and no risk of having to run again, why wouldn't Trump arrest her if it's so obvious what she's done?
There's a whole bunch of people associated with Epstein, and I think it's one of those things that it's like if one of they're all cards in this giant um, tower, and if one decides to pull themselves out of the tower, the whole thing collapses. And so they've all decided to just hold hands and sing
Mm.
kumbaya and hope that nobody finds out.
Well, if I were Attorney General or President, I'd send in squads of armed marshals and troops, and I'd arrest all these people in one massive one afternoon. I just round them all up simultaneously. I'd give the
I
go
mean,
code. I'd give the go code, and everybody would be out there arresting all these people.
if Hillary was the one that forget about things like whether or not she had something to do with Vince Foster's quote suicide unquote or Whitewater or whatever. If she was the one that launched the attack, or she was the one that specified to launch the attack on Libya because there was gun running going on and she wanted to cover it up.
Oh, where the ambassador was killed and anally raped and brutalized by those barbarians, and she didn't do anything to help him.
But
The
even before that,
butcher of
yeah,
what city? What place was that? Benghazi.
Benghazi, yeah,
Yeah,
Benghazi.
butcher of Benghazi. That's her. Yeah.
If
Blood on
that
her hands.
that's like
Yeah.
probably an international war crime what she did there. So
Yes, yes.
anyway,
Her
and this idea
ambassador,
that
she's in charge. She was the boss of that ambassador, and she just left him to die and just be brutalized.
all these lies, like like we have jets all over the place, and they said, "Oh, take too long for them to get there." It's like
Bullshit. Bullshit.
it's bullshit. 'Cause
It's bullshit. Launch the fucking jets. The jets will be there, what, an hour, 2 hours, whatever. As soon as they get there, you give the order, open up the machine guns and strafe the crowd. That's it.
And that stupid story about how there was a film being made or some stupid really.
Oh, that was a Susan Rice Obama bullshit story that they put out. Absolute bullshit, lies.
It's not even a good story. It's a silly story.
Yeah, but that's but the low information, low IQ Democrats who watch MSNBC, that's the story that they get told and they believe it.
So I mean, but it's I'm as down on W as I am on the Clintons. I mean, I just think that whole Iraq thing was a mistake, and the more we find out about that, the more we realize it was.
Well, yeah, I mean, the enemy, the people behind it was the people in the Saudi Arabian upper echelon.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with Iraq. I mean,
had nothing to do with Iraq. And Tommy, what would Tommy say about all that? We must know what Tommy thinks because he's Tommy. We got to know, Tommy, what do you think? Why didn't Bush go after Saudi Arabia? Why did he go after Iraq? Iraq had nothing to do with 9/11.
I mean, it's just
or maybe Dr. BBW knows. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, and Cheney's still alive, and he should be the one that was shot while he was hunting. But we'll go into that.
Would you go hunting with Dick Cheney? I would.
I wouldn't hang out with the guy. He's evil.
Oh, evil! Wow.
He's evil. He's evil. His whole family. I mean, he shouldn't have even been vice president because both president and vice president are not supposed to be residents of the same state. And at the time, George W. Bush and Cheney were both residents of Texas.
Now, when you say they're not supposed to be, is that written down or is that just
in the Constitution? Because
really,
you have to think about it. There was only 13 colonies, and they didn't want any one colony to have too much power, right? So that was one of the things they wrote into the Constitution, so that you'd have different states.
Or in Obama's case, Obama Biden, you had different countries.
Well, okay, that's even worse. But
right.
So Cheney had been a congressman from Wyoming, but he had been living in Texas. So he had to run over and get a hotel room or something in Wyoming and pretend that he was living there so that he could claim that he was from a different state than W. So that was real shenanigans. And there's and things like that just, it's sort of like the Constitution, but, whatever. It's sort of, if we're too stupid to figure these things out, because Bush had to go through this whole process of.
Well, we are too stupid. We have a Supreme Court justice who couldn't answer the question, "What is a woman?"
Yeah,
and exactly. If she can't answer the question, what? See, the senator didn't follow up, ma'am. If you can't answer the question, "What is a woman?" then how can you possibly answer what is this or what is that? So you get a no vote from me. No one said that.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many cases where women got exceptions because of their different physiognomy, and rightly so. There's a whole long time when women weren't in combat, and so I'm sure some guy could have gone to the Supreme Court and said, "Hey, this is not fair. I got drafted, but she didn't," and they better know what the difference between a man and a woman is if they want to make a judgment on that, right?
Well, when Biden appointed her, he totally violated federal law. Because he said, "I'm going to pick a woman, and I'm going to pick a black. If I can, I'm going to pick a black woman." Well, you can't do that. That violates employment law. But nothing happened.
Well, was it him that appointed her, or was it?
Yeah, that was Biden appointing that.
No, I'm saying was it him or was it?
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah,
Millie
it was Obama. Right, Biden doesn't know anything. Right.
So
they just, all Biden did was read the teleprompter, what was ever written, and then the rest of the day he stayed in his room playing with marbles and making sure his diaper was clean with Dr. Jill. And the auto pen, Obama ordered the staff what to do, and the guy on the auto pen signed everything, and that was it. Yeah. Mm. Amazing.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Turning Point. Russell Brand. I thought Russell Brand had to be in Britain or in England because of his trial with the rape trials he's having to go through.
Rape trial. Wow.
Yeah, well, these women claim when because he admits at the time that he was a drug addict and a
Mm-hmm.
and a and a and a and a sexual deviant and all this other stuff, but he claims that all of the women that he had sex with, it was consensual, but some of them say no, it wasn't. So,
Mm. See, that's what's missing in my resume. I've never been arrested for rape. I've never been in a rape trial. I've never had all these felony accusation, felonies in my history, and yeah, that's the problem. Tommy Mortimer, would you do a 12-part series on neocons and everything from the Cold War to the Iraq War? What do you mean, with a guest panel or just on my own? I mean, that's a lot of work. But I have to prepare that? I mean, that's a serious topic. That's a lot of work. And who am I going to talk to about all that, Tommy? Yeah. Wow.
see, a lot of the people that we call neocons, some of them you probably like.
Well, not Bolton. Is Bolton a neocon? He's going to be arrested.
Yeah, but Levin is a neocon. I think you.
I don't like Levin at all.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
No. Dr. Bob, I wonder if we'll ever see what the Obama's private chef was writing in his tell-all book. The chef, the guy who was in excellent physical shape, absolutely excellent, shape, and he drowned in 5 feet of water, swimming. And he was swimming right when Obama was swimming, just nearby. That story was so hushed up and covered up, and that, I mean, yeah, we know why the chef died. We can figure that one out. Or if the CIA burned all the pages already. Yeah, that story is never going to come out. But because we know what it is. You could do that right now without researching anything, a 12-part series on Cold War to the Iraq War. Yeah, but how much of what you would be saying would be accurate? That's the thing. Okay.
If Tommy.
No, I don't like. No, pardon me. I'm sorry. No, I don't like Mark Levin. I never did. When I said that on air, you don't like Levin? Very surprising. When I said that on air, that's when you made your William F. Buckley joke. What was the William F. Buckley joke? I don't know. That Tommy thinks he's William F. Buckley? Did I say something like that? I don't know. Anyway, but I never liked Levin. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I subscribed to National Review for years, and I was a big fan of Buckley. And I think at the very beginning he had some really interesting things to say, but ultimately he became a gatekeeper, and so people he considered too far right, he kicked out of the movement, and so we ended up getting who we ended up getting, which was the warmongers who wanted to bring democracy to Iraq, or that's what they claimed they were doing. So
hey, here's Tommy again. Buckley was part of Operation Mockingbird, laughing my ass off. Yeah, we know he was a CIA connected guy. We know that. Anyway, Tommy, I can do a 12-part series on original Star Trek, all 3 years of it. Can you? Right. Okay.
The Paris Review, which was considered one of the magazine that you wanted to get published in if you were a poet or a short story writer or a novelist or whatever, was run by the CIA or financed in part by the CIA. But it was still a great journal, and a lot of very good artists and writers got their work in there. Like I think Hemingway was in there and stuff like that. So the same thing with Buckley. Buckley had people like Whittaker Chambers, who was very anti-communist in there, and they had Joseph Sobran for a while, and they had some really great people in there, and he had to have some of them in there, or else the charade of not being really conservative would have been taken away. and he himself, God and Man at Yale, was a great book, and some of
You
his
read that
spy,
book?
yeah, and the spy
Really? Oh. Hmm.
is relatively short. You know, it was one he
Hmm.
wrote right out of college,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
and then I read some of his spy novels, which are, Stained Glass is a great spy novel. It's about,
What was his character? Whitaker somebody or
well, Blackford Oaks was the name of the spy,
Blackbird Oaks? Right, right.
and Stained Glass. This was before East Germany and West Germany had been unified, and one of the major plot points was that there's a presidential race, or whatever they call them, premier in Germany, and this guy promised that he would reunite East and West Germany, and it was a very interesting plot, and it was very well written. So,
I never read his fiction books.
he
And that was called Stained Glass?
Stained Glass, really good, really good.
Really? Okay. I'll look on Amazon
Not
for
too
that.
long, not too long.
Would that be
No,
acceptable if I did the audiobook on
yeah,
Audible?
audiobook. Yeah, I don't know who you get William F. Buckley or someone else to read it, but you
Well,
want to put it
sometimes
up.
it's a good actor, a voice actor, and sometimes I just can't listen to it. It's a terrible voice actor, a voice, a reader. Yeah. No, Tommy, I can't do the Star Wars 12-part series. I just don't have the interest in Star Wars. Never did. But original Star Trek, I can certainly do. But anyway, yeah. Tommy says, Spring, it would be fun talking to you. You should do a political show sometime. I think he's recruiting you for his Tommy Doc BBW conspiracy shows on the other channel.
So okay, so the more that Tommy says things, the more I think we probably agree on a lot of stuff. Anyway, but the problem is I work for a company, and they're very sensitive about what you do even in your private life, and so
Right.
I have to wait till I'm retired, which is not too long from now.
Right.
And when I do that, I'm actually thinking about starting up a channel. So we'll see.
Oh, good. Yeah.
But
What
the
would
thing
be
is,
can you say what the topics might be on the channel or the format or that's still hush hush? Yeah.
The thing about it is, it's not going to be Spring and Vialta. It's going to be some other name, because on this name, I put a lot of stuff out there when I was drunk or in a bad mood, and some of the stuff I've said was just in joke, but it's snarky humor that people are going to misinterpret as being, oh, you really believe that? No, I don't.
Right.
So
make a new channel, Spring and Tommy Presents.
So it's not going to know. It's going to be. I have an idea of the name, and I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Right. Oh yeah. Don't. Yeah. Yeah. Tommy says he didn't specify the platform, so maybe he means also perhaps conceivably this channel. Who knows?
It could be Rumble or Odyssey.
Yeah.
One of the other channels, or X even. I haven't been. I don't. The only other. I used to go to Odyssey for a while. I go to Rumble for some stuff. But I haven't signed up with them yet. I just go as a guest. So
right. Tommy wants to know, Spring, what watches you have. He says an alpinist. I'm assuming.
Yeah. So I have the Alpinist. I have my nicest watch is a Grand Seiko. It's the dual time. And then I have a Frederic Constant. I have an Alpina mono pusher chronograph, which I really like. I just got myself, for my 30-year gift from my company, I got a Seiko dual time, or not. I call it a dual time. What's it? It's the 24-hour bezel. And I've got cocktail time Seiko.
I know that watch. Yeah.
I've got a Casio. I got a G-Shock.
They got an assortment of different, a diverse assortment.
Yeah, I've got a couple of Bulivas. I have the Buliva Space Watch, the chronograph that's supposed to be what at least one astronaut brought up to the moon. Yeah,
Tommy says, Spring is a Grand Seiko wearing
Groiper.
What's a Groiper? Interesting collection. Not the usual suspects. It's original. It's a collection that actually interested you, not just buying like a lemming, one Rolex after another.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Glasuta Original? spring.
Oh yeah, that was when if I ever decide to pull the trigger on like a $10,000 watch, it's going to be uh, Glasuto Reganale.
Hmm.
They recently came out with they have a watch which kind of looks a lot like an Alanga that has the big date on it.
Yeah, right.
Seen that? But they just recently came out with a new watch that has all those features, but it's in a unique format. So it's their own, DNA, as it were.
Hmm.
And they also have this kind of fun 70s TV watch, which I kind of like.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
the Senator watches are classic.
Senators, right? I think they have one, the Senator and the Navigator. I forgot the name of the watch, but I've always liked it from when I first saw them like 20 years ago.
The
Probably, yeah.
CQ, I'm not as impressed with. It's a little bit too clunky for me. And there's so
Clunky.
many
Uh-huh.
dive watches. I saw a JLC, with their dive watch, but unfortunately, the one that was the one they had was for it's a compressor, which means that instead of using the bezel on the outside, you have another
Right.
crown that. But this one, the crown doesn't it's not screw down, so you can't lock the compressor in place. So it's kind of a fake compressor, right? Because as you walk around, the bezel can move around, or you can hit something, and then whatever you set won't be set. So it's not in my mind, it's not a proper dive watch. The more expensive JLCs have a screw down crown, so you can
Hmm.
actually set the time, screw it down, and theoretically go underwater with the JLC. But who would do that anyway? You would go
Right.
down, and then you would know I've got 10 minutes left to get to the top or
Can you
something.
imagine you go out, you buy yourself a $10,000 dive watch, and you go swimming off of Southern California somewhere, and the first thing that happens is you get attacked by a megalodon, and you're gone. And so, Jesus, that was fast. What you didn't even get to enjoy it.
Hey, that was interesting. You mentioned the megalodon because there was a question on one of these sites that said, if you could bring back one of these animals that was extinct,
Hmm.
which one would you choose? One was the dodo bird, one
Hmm.
was the saber-toothed tiger,
Hmm.
one was the woolly mammoth, and one was the megalodon.
Right.
I picked the woolly mammoth. I thought that's something I wouldn't mind seeing.
Well, that's not inconceivable. DNA, genius wise, those things are discussed because it's not that long ago compared to, 100, 200, 300 million years ago.
Yeah. So I mean,
But
yeah, but I think there was, I don't know, I haven't heard talk about it lately, but there was a group that was going to get some like elephant. They were going to get some.
oh
They're
yeah, yeah.
gonna get some mastodon or woolly mammoth DNA, and they were going to try to uh, use an elephant as a, what do you call that?
A thing.
Suck,
Yeah.
starts with an S. When you
Uh,
have
I know what you mean.
coordinate woman or whatever or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right.
Yeah, they use them as that, and then supposedly then they could give birth to the first woolly mammoth or saber or mastodon.
Oh, there's lots of animals I would bring back. I'd have a long list. I would like to bring back Anomalocaris. Anybody know what that is? I watch dinosaur stuff all the time.
Nominal. That I have no idea what that
It's
looks.
a yeah, it's goes back it's a squid in a giant conical shell that can be like 10, 20, 30, 40 feet. This goes way back pre-dinosaur. And I'd bring in a triceratops. How can you beat a triceratops?
Oh yeah, exactly.
I mean, who would want to have a triceratops back? And I
Stegosaurus.
mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah.
That was my favorite. Was to get all these armored plates on his back. That was
Oh
interesting.
yeah, yeah. Well, there's yeah. I think the dodo bird it would be a fantastic thing to bring back because that only died because everybody killed him for food. The Dutch they slaughtered all of them just to get food because they all said, "How's it taste? Just like chicken." But dodo bird could be brought back. That's not out of the
Too easy to kill, unfortunately, right?
Yeah.
There's this albino porpoise or dolphin that the last one was in some river in China, but of course in China they just do what we used to do in the 70s and just throw everything into the river, and it died, and it was the last one. But that sounds like an albino porpoise or dolphin. That'd be kind of cool.
I'd like to bring back a Dunkleosteus, if anybody knows that one. This is pre-dinosaurs. It's a like a bone-plated head, and
Oh,
the teeth were not teeth; they were just extensions of the bone plate.
it's interesting. I think I've seen
And
one.
they ruled the seas at that time. Like
Oh,
just
pterosaurs. That's what we want. We want
terrorists.
flying.
Oh,
We want
fantastic!
flying dinosaurs,
Right.
like they had in the
Pterosaurs.
Old West, right? They killed the last few they killed in the Old West. Remember, you saw
Oh,
the
there's that
photo.
photograph from the Wild West of they're standing in front of a 50-foot pterosaur or something like that. Yeah,
That's what
amazing. Yeah, those
bastards.
would be great to see those things, but those things can't be brought back. The DNA you can't survive 60, 70, 100 million years or
Well, didn't they have
longer.
that one dinosaur? It was probably like 20 years ago now that they found a little bit of
Yeah,
flesh.
that famous paleontologist, Jack Horner, is that his name? I forget. They cut up a dinosaur and they found flesh, not just dried. I mean, it was actual flesh material that was with blood vessels and stuff. They just couldn't believe it. So there's something like that. You'd have to go to the YouTube video. I can't remember, but
So,
there was soft tissue.
yeah, exactly. And they still say that the DNA is degraded to a point where, even though it's flesh, somehow they can't pull
Yeah,
that
it
out.
can't last 65 million years. That's just not. I'm not a geneticist, so I'm willing to be certainly corrected, but it can't last that long.
Damn it,
100,000 years, a million, that's different.
damn it, Jim! I'm not a geneticist. I'm a
No,
doctor, not a geneticist. Right?
I'm not an engineer, Jim. I'm a doctor. Or whatever.
Yeah, that was
What did Scotty say? I'm not an engineer. I'm a doctor. And Scotty goes,
Of
"Well,
course,
now you're an engineer." Yeah, well, whatever. Tommy says the original Longa and a few other brands from Glashütte were merged together by the GDR and eventually became Glashütte Original.
That's one. I'm not a big fan of traveling, but if I get my passport up and running again, I might go. I want to go to Glashütte, and it's not too far across the border from Prague, I believe, which I understand one of the most beautiful cities.
Oh yeah.
And so a Glashütte Prague trip would be amazing. And
Well, Glashütte is right next to Dresden in Saxony. So when you go there and you check in at the hotel, just say, "Hey, Tommy sent me," for the discount.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that whole area sounds interesting. So
yeah. Tommy Mortimer, you should apply for a job at McKinsey. You think? Okay.
McKinsey, I got issues with McKinsey. They find one company like GE that's doing something, and GE happens to be surging in stock price, not because of what McKinsey has found out, but just because everybody wants washing machines or something like that. So McKinsey comes up with this plan, and they call it SPC or whatever they call it, and then they sell it to all these other companies, and all these other companies say, "Oh, well, McKinsey got this from GE, and look at GE stock; it's doubling and tripling. We got to do this too." So now everybody starts doing this. And of course, they all do it wrong. Even if they followed McKinsey's advice, maybe it would be okay. But even then, it's not like one size fits all for all companies. And so McKinsey makes out like bandits selling, their plans $1 million a pop to all these companies that really aren't benefiting from it. And so I don't know. But they got the cute little, consultants from Harvard and Yale. And
I'd rather work for the Trump organization, to tell you the truth. But
I would just be yelling at half the people all the time because they're a bunch of I don't know why he had all idiots last time, and now he's got only half of the people are idiots. But
I mean the Trump organization. I mean whether it's the administration or one of his businesses.
Oh, it's okay. I work for one of his golf courses or something.
I mean work in one of his hotels, some management position. Be very happy doing that.
but not the White House. That's for sure. I'd be.
Oh, I'd be thrilled to be his press secretary or some great job there. It'd be
No,
phenomenal.
I would be in arguments with
At
him.
any level, it'd be great to work for him.
I'd go into Rubio's office and punch him in the nose. That'd be the first thing.
Oh, don't say that. You don't think you're doing a good job?
Oh, horrible! He's the guy who wants us to go to war with Venezuela. What an idiotic thing to do now.
Mm.
We already have wars with Ukraine and Middle East.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's not the right time for that now. That's for sure.
And it's never the right time. They're supposed to be our neighbors. We're supposed to be trading with them. We're supposed to be given, they're supposed to.
Well, what do you think about but the guy who's the president, he's in cahoots with the drug cartels, and each one of those boats that Trump bombed, he says, is responsible for 25,000 dead Americans if the drugs get here. Well, that fentanyl and shit. If that's not open warfare on the country.
It turns out that the vast majority of drugs that are coming out of South America are coming from Ecuador. That the amount that are coming from Venezuela is a trickle compared to Ecuador. But the reason we're not bombing Ecuador is because Ecuador doesn't have oil.
Ecuador has bananas. I like I prefer their bananas over Mexico or Peru bananas.
You can't make a lot of money off bananas.
Well, yes, I understand that. Yeah.
So
I see. Well, that's an interesting assessment about Ecuador. But
because is Maduro any worse than the Saudis? I mean, they're scumbags too. And
you're going to get me banned. Whoa.
Yeah, but they're the same. They're the same. So if we can buy and sell stuff from Saudis, we can buy and sell stuff from Venezuela.
Why do we still have a trade embargo with Cuba?
That's the weirdest thing for me.
Didn't Obama drop that?
He got rid of it, and then it came back. I think even Biden actually brought it back. I don't think.
Yeah, because Obama, one of the first things he did was he couldn't get to Cuba fast enough to pose with Castro, and I have a photo on my files of Raul Castro holding up Obama's hand, and as he's holding up his arm, his limp-wristed hand is like swooping down in the classic limp wrist position, And if you watch the video of that, he holds up Obama's arm upright, and his hand is absolutely limp. Then Obama realizes he's got this unbelievable limp wrist, so then he straightens his hand. Took him 5 seconds to make the change. Just classic, But anyway,
I hope he didn't straighten his arm. Then he get in trouble.
Well, yeah. But I mean, but he couldn't wait to go to Cuba fast enough and deal with his comrades.
Well, here's the thing that I don't understand about Cuba, and I asked one of these AIs or just Google or whatever a while back, and I said, if the U.S. is the only country that has an embargo on Cuba, why is Cuba doing so poorly? Because won't the United Kingdom and France and Spain and all the other countries trade with them,
right,
and get them out of their economic situation?
Oh, British aristocrats love smoking Cuban cigars. Wouldn't that save Cuba?
Well, so is Cuba that bad? I mean, are their leaders that horrible that even if the only country that's got an embargo on them, and we don't have like boats around there, preventing other people from getting in or anything, I would think that they should do well. So the fact that people that blame us for Cuba's misery, I think is wrong, because if everybody else is trading with them or can trade with them, then they should be doing okay, because they've got they've got beautiful land, they got great vacation opportunities, they've got things they can grow. I don't know if they have any kind of oil off the coast or whatever, but they used to have casinos and stuff, and those were very popular.
Well, I mean, we could take over Cuba in one afternoon. I mean, seriously,
But I would, again, to me, it's, I just one of the things that I think it was Teddy Roosevelt who said, diplomacy is the act of saying nice doggy until you can find a big stick. Well,
Mr. Scotty said, the only diplomat I know is a fully loaded phaser bank.
Okay, that's Hegseth. Okay, you've just nailed Hegseth right off the bat.
Well, that was Mr. Scott from original Star
Trek. It's Hegseth. It's also Hegseth.
Right. Okay.
But anyway, so until we get our economic house in order, we can cut down some of this 32 or 35 trillion.
I agree. We should not go to war with Venezuela. I mean, that's just absolutely the wrong time. And that should be able to be negotiated.
the thing we can trade with, they have supposedly they have some of the most beautiful uh, beauty pageant models
Oh
in
yeah, well the it's Venezuela. If it's not the plastic surgery capital, it's in the top 2 or 3 without question. And the women are extraordinary, but they're all plastic, surgery uh, 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 users. But we don't care about that. So we can ship them wheat and rice, and they can ship us their beauty pageant winners. I mean,
exactly.
yeah. Tommy says, semi-serious moment, Mort. What stops you from trying to work at a think tank or lobbyist in a Capitol Hill White House? Well, but they're not going to hire me. I'm ready to retire to the villages, so they're not
Are
going to
you
be
getting your
hiring me.
are you sharpening up your pickleball skills?
That's right. Yeah. No, no. I'm not 25 years old, Otherwise, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, still can't get Cubans. Well, yeah, Morty, is it possible in your old age you become more Tucker and less Trump? No, I'm Trump all the way, completely Trump, 100%.
The one
Yeah.
time I got Cuban cigarettes or cigars. I'm sorry, Cuban
Hmm.
cigars was. Uh, I went with a friend to the Bahamas, and you can get Cuban stuff there, and I snuck it into America. Oh my God!
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah. Tommy, have you ever visited Cuba or North Korea? I'm wondering if Tommy's ever done that. Or will he be any plans or thoughts of visiting North Korea or Cuba as a tourist? You can do that. Um, Mort, is it possible? You're right. Okay. I don't know. I think you're down to 95%. What 95%? I don't know what that means. Don't know. Anyway, I have to wrap up the show in 10 minutes. It'll be a 2-hour show. And so we have 10 minutes left. So, yeah. So Tommy is available potentially, just potentially, for a intense discussion with Spring and Fialta on this channel about who knows what. And that would always be good if that would happen. But yeah, I wonder if Tommy has any thoughts about the 3I Atlas crashing into Earth, creating a total extinction event.
I wish that something interesting would happen, like it would crash into Mars or something. But it looks like it's just going to go zipping past us and go out of the solar system.
Now,
But
if it crashed into Mars and totally pulverized the planet, would all that space debris enter
some of
Earth's
it would come
atmosphere?
our way. I'm sure some of it come our way
Sure.
because
Well, I'm up
they
for
did
that. Yeah.
a while back. They found a piece of Mars in Antarctica, if you remember, and they thought there was like a little worm on it, so they thought there
Oh
might have been
man.
like
Wow.
a. But then it turns out that it might have been a natural process, had nothing to do with
Oh, I see.
organic. So, but
That would be a hell of a thing to see on a telescope. Thing pulverizing Mars and all the debris heading towards Earth. Man.
well, there's something here now. Everybody seems to want to go to the moon. I don't, and we have to beat the Chinese there and the Indians and the Russians and all that. So, we're depending on Elon to help us get there.
Mm.
And now they find out that there's a meteor that's headed towards the moon. So now there's talk of trying to nuke that meteor so it won't hit the moon. Because if people start putting little bases on there, little living quarters on there, and then all of a sudden the meteor comes, and that's.
Oh God, no! Please don't make them. Please, I can see a George Clooney movie happening on this subject.
Well, did you ever see what was it called?
But there was a movie about that with Robert Duvall. He led a spacecraft up to blow up a meteor or something, an asteroid.
That was the better one. That was the better one. There was another one which was just essentially a 2-hour MTV video that was also about blowing up a meteor that had it had Liv Turner. That was the only good thing about the whole movie. Liv Turner when she was young.
Who's Liv Turner?
She's the daughter of the
Liv Tyler.
Liv Tyler, yeah. Liv Tyler, yeah, and then what's the guy that was in what's his name? God, I can't remember the guy who was in Goodwill Hunting. He was the friend of
Matt Damon. Oh, Ben
not
Affleck.
Ben Affleck was in it. He was the young guy that was falling in love with Liv Tyler, and then her father was the guy from Die Hard. I don't know why.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
We have a little Biden thing going on tonight.
Well, that's not his name. He's not a Bruce. He's not a Bruce. Bruce is is either
I know what you mean. Well, Bruce Lee.
He's either really strong Australian guy or he's some flaming American guy. It's not him. People don't have the right names. And that's probably not his real name anyway, right? It's probably given to him by some stupid producer.
Who knows? Yeah. There was a movie in the 70s, one of those disaster film eras. After the airport movie and Poseidon Adventure, then it was all, Towering Inferno and, all those disaster films and Earthquake. And one of them was called Meteor. Absolute, disaster of a film. It starred all-star prime A level cast. Sean Connery, I think Natalie Wood, and just absolute top level stars. Absolutely unwatchable piece of dreck. But same kind of story. The meteor's coming, and Sean Connery has to figure out how to blow it out of the sky or something like that. I can't remember. Yeah. But I'm not blaming them. It was a paycheck, and they got to get a paycheck. So
the OK movie was Deep Impact. That's the one that had Duvall.
I saw that.
The other one was Armageddon. That's the one that had.
I might have seen that. I did see that. I saw both of those.
God, that was horrible. Yeah. There was like one cliche after another.
Right.
One snarky line after another. A lot of. They had Steve Buscemi was in it. He played the kind of the Joker guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bruce Willis was the hero, and Liv was the the hottie and all that. So they had everybody. They had all the archetypes. But yeah, the Deep Impact was more interesting, and it had God had been demoted to president.
How do you mean?
The black guy who normally plays God was
Morgan Freeman
was merely the president. So
I saw that movie. Yeah,
he had been demoted.
I remember that. Yeah, Tommy. Do you believe in a supreme being, Mortimer? Tommy's asking a lot of questions tonight without any financial contributions to support the channel, like he does everywhere else. I'm a little depressed about this. It's so disheartening, to get one question after another, and I don't even get a 99-cent super chat out of the guy.
Hey, here's a question for you, Morty.
Yeah.
Is there a watch that somebody could give you such that you would keep that one and sell
the Victorinox?
Your Victorinox.
Holy shit, what a question. Oh, man.
That's a whole show, maybe.
That's an amazing question, because the Victorinox watch I have does everything. Superluminova, clear, legible, big numerals, beautifully large hands.
Like
what
if
a
someone
question.
gave you
Holy cow.
Someone gave you like a Tudor Pelagos or something like that, which has the Superluminova.
I like the Pelagos. Yeah. Black Pelagos would be very nice. Would I sell off the Victorinox and to keep a Pelagos as my everyday watch? What a great question. Wow. Or whatever other watch. Yeah. I can't answer that. You got me.
Someday, you may be surprised. Somebody will send you something, and then
maybe somebody from Germany or New Jersey. We don't know. Yeah. Why don't you buy a CQ as a millionaire that you are, or the generational wealth, right, and get rid of the Victorinox? There is a Glasuta Original that I really like. I've seen it in person in Seattle the last time I was there, like 6 years ago, and I really want to end the show at the 2-hour mark. But let me see if I can find the actual watch, Tommy, from GO, and I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what, I would do that, Spring, if I got this watch. I think it was $10,000. Let me see if I can find it. And Senator Collection, special new product. It might be in the Senator Collection. Let me see if I can get it quick enough. Wow, look at these watches. Unbelievable. Wow, look at this watch. This is it. It's called, this is 44 mil. No, it's not that one. It's a chron. It's oh, hold on. I'll mention that. Here it is. It's the 40 mil Senator Excellence. I can't. I can show the picture another time. 40 mil Senator Excellence. That's the one. If I had that one, I would. Yeah, I would make that my everyday watch.
Oh, just one last question. So I did go and find young Brando's channel, and he seems
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
decent bloke.
yeah. I
Um,
mean, his channel is serious watchdog. Yeah,
what's this Viscountness? How do you spell that? Is that just a
Viscount.
guess?
Well, yeah. Well, you know, there's a guy who, you know, there's another guy. That guy, you know, he doesn't have any command of English at all. So he was talking about viciousness, and he said viscountness, and he's talking about misogyny. Well, it's just, you
Oh,
know,
that was not his. I thought that was his handle, and I was trying to look for a
no, no,
Viscountness.
no. That's a thing. Misogyny and viscountness and misogyny, and it was. Yeah, let me type it in the comment here for you. Viscountness and misogyny. I mean, you have to understand who you're dealing with on these channels. I mean, he calls me a pseudo intellectual. You know, anyone past third grade education is a pseudo intellectual. You know,
Because
there it is. Viscountness and misogyny.
A Viscountess is actually a
Well, a
real.
viscountess, yeah,
Yeah,
viscount and
Viscountess.
viscountess,
Yeah.
yeah, but this is viscountess, yeah. Watch Nicholas played off this a lot when we first saw that. It was so hysterically, you know, just like unbelievable.
I once somebody used viscousness instead of
Oh,
viciousness.
viscousness, that's pretty good. Viscousness and viscountness. Wow,
Yeah, that was pretty funny. So yeah.
amazing.
Oh
Well,
well, it was
okay,
a
yeah.
great show, and I'm glad we had a chance to chat.
Thank you
So
very much. And maybe, who knows? Anything's possible. Well, no, but there may be a Tommy Spring show in the future on this channel. Who knows? Who knows?
that would be cool. Yeah,
I want to, yeah. I'd like to thank Spring for being on the panel. Really good topics tonight. And thank you to Pavel, $1.99, and GD. So GD, that's 10 cents, 20 cents, $2.19 tonight's super chats. Kicking ass. All right, $2.19. Thank you very much, everybody. Still time. I'll stay on one more minute in case anybody just wants to get in that last minute channel support. Otherwise, that'll do it.
I got to get my whiskey. I forgot. So it's great. I'll be seeing
right.
you later.
Okay. Thank you very much, Spring.
Okay.
Have a good night. All right. So last chance before I pull the plug on the show. For anybody who wants to send in a show of support for the channel. Or a thumbs up. Give a thumbs up if you can. If you're willing to do that. Or a thumbs down. Six thumbs up. And GD, another 50 Argentinian pesos. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Very good. Hello, Dr. Bob. Great to see you. Yeah, you bet, Dr. Bob. Everybody watched Dr. Bob's channel. I watched the show last night. It was fine. Yeah. Good late night show. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you.